So, growing up in Mthatha, describe it for us.
Oh my goodness, it was such a special place. I have such fond memories of my upbringing in Mthatha. Mthatha was very small, but surprisingly busy for its size. And I think that was partly a function of the fact that it was the administrative seat of the Transkei government. It had a newly formed university in Unitra, so it attracted a lot of students and academics as well. And there was an established, business and entrepreneurial community. So it punched above its weight in terms of how industrious and busy it was. But I loved growing up there. I grew up in a neighborhood called Norwood, which is one of the oldest suburbs of Mthatha, and it was a very adventurous and outdoorsy kind of upbringing. We hardly wanted to be indoors. We were always playing with our friends on the streets. Norwood is made up of 7 avenues, John. They were parallel to each other.
Yes.
So all of us as kids knew each other. We basically congregated together after school, playing on what was then the dusty streets of Norwood. In the early 80s, the roads were not tarred in Norwood. And of course, it made it the perfect surface to play all kinds of street games, John, like trek, upulta, ukap, which is skipping rope, or hopscotch. I mean, those were just absolutely delightful times. So when the tarred roads were actually constructed in the mid-80s, the children in the neighborhood, we were absolutely devastated. I mean, we thought of it as some plot to just basically, spoil our fun. But eventually we learned soon enough that there were interesting games we could play on tarred surface as well.
News.
Experts.
Analysis.
Where things stand.
What you need to know. Drive home with John Perlman
On 702.